I'd like to introduce to you our Big Clout sponsor. What, you didn't bring your red shoes?
No.
Debbie and I were talking last night. Every
Clown.
time I introduce her as a Big Clout sponsor, she feels she should have red shoes on, but she's got some pretty kick-ass boots on, though.
Be careful.
All right, Debbie from iLight Marketing, you're on.
Well, Julia's already introduced me. I'm Debbie Repke from iLight Creative Marketing Services, and as the Big Clout sponsor, the staff is all back there, so I'm waving at them. I'm so excited to introduce Taylor. Ron and I had lunch with him last Friday, and great story to tell. I'm so excited. This is kind of old school, but he's on the front cover of the record, and no one's tweeted about it, so it's a great story to tweet. Anyway, Taylor, let's hear your story. It's Dear Internet. You've changed my life.
I got it. Alrighty, is this working? Okay, it's working. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out here, and thank all the volunteers, the committee, and my parents who are sitting right up here. Say hi. So, started, May 24th, 2011. I was sitting at this kitchen table right here, you can see, and my family and I were flipping through our photo albums. They're old plastic covered ones with all your photos in it, and came across this photo of my brother, who was 3 at the time. He's now 18, and I looked at it, and there's something weird about it. My brother was sitting in the exact same spot that he was sitting in behind this chair, and I was sitting in the same spot that my mom was sitting in when she took the photo. So I took it out of the album, and I held it up and moved it back and forth, kind of got out of the chair, and my parents were like, what are you doing? I was like, just give me a second. And so I grabbed my camera, took a picture of the picture, and ta-da. And then I quickly flipped through more of the photo album, and I found around 6 or 7 other photos from around the house and from outside. And when I think of something, I think, okay, how can I put this online? So I went to Tumblr. I know it was easy, and Tumblr's very easy. So I went to Tumblr, and you click the photo option to upload the photo to the site, to their platform site, and then it asks you to add a caption. And I didn't come up with a name for what I was going to be calling this yet. And I thought to myself, how can I talk to this photo, and how can I relate to it? And when people write letters, they write dear and then whatever. So I thought, dear photograph. And with this photo here, it's dear photograph. My brother helped me. I helped him write it. It said, dear photograph, I wish I had as much swag then as I do now. So, so this was the original first photo of dearphotograph.com. As for the next photo, this is a pretty landmark photo. It's of an old gentleman. His son's named Jonathan Stamp, who took the photo. And the caption they made for it is, thank you for everything we've had. Now this photo it's fairly emotional, and a lot of people have connected to it. It's recently got, or not recently, but over the past few months, it's gotten over 100,000 reblogs on Tumblr. And it goes to show the power of social media. Whenever I put out a tweet or a Facebook post, people are always retweeting it or always mentioning it or whatnot. But this certain one, it obviously had that emotional connection, had that feeling of nostalgia, because obviously this gentleman here who's looking down at the photo, his wife passed away. So this photo is one of the first fairly big photos of the site. And yeah, it just goes to show the power that it can have, because obviously it got 100,000 reblogs, people can relate to it and feel emotional about it. So I was very thankful to get this photo from them, and it's quite the photo. This next one, it's obviously of the Eiffel Tower, and the caption reads, "Je t'aime Paris, but I love my mother more. After 15 years, she finally brought me along." So it goes to show the power of nostalgia again, and I've kind of come up with this formula of mixing. The whole blog it's all about emotion and this being nostalgic. So I feel like this obviously has a lot to relate to the photo. And yeah, it's just a great photo overall. Who doesn't like Paris and going to the Eiffel Tower? This one's very cool. It obviously it's an older couple. I'm not sure the year, but the caption reads, "I found you in the attic when we moved in. I wonder if you lived happily ever after." So obviously the people that moved into this house, they found this in their photo in the attic, and they went and did the deer photograph. So again, the whole nostalgic part of it. And this next one, I posted it this past Sunday to commemorate the people who passed away, September 11th. And the caption reads, "I woke to the sound of an airplane hitting the tower. As we looked up and stared in utter disbelief at the nightmare unfolding in front of us, all I could think was, please let this be a bad dream. How I wish it was." Now this photo, I posted it right when the second tower hit at 9:26 a.m. on Sunday to commemorate the 10th anniversary of 9/11. And right away, I knew that this photo was going places. It was going around the world. When I posted it, it got picked up fairly well, and then actually had to go to a photo shoot that day. Thank you, Holly. Holly's in photos by Holly. And I didn't have a chance to really track it because I don't have a phone right now. It's weird to think I don't have a phone.
Shout out.
I did quit my job, and I worked for BlackBerry, and they didn't let me have my phone again. So no, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Anyways. So I went back after the photo shoot and I looked at the photo, and just in a matter of 8 hours, it got 40,000 reblogs. So with that, that just goes to show relative content. I posted on 9/11. People can obviously relate to it, and everybody knows about 9/11. There's no one that, obviously everybody here knows. There's no one that doesn't know. So this really relates to it. So just one thing I'd like to say is relative content's great, and like just having great content on a blog is obviously it's helped me. So, but yeah, it's really crazy to think like not even 4 months ago, I was just a 22-year-old kid still living with my parents, and that's all changing now because on Tuesday I'll be leaving to Los Angeles to go. Okay. Tuesday I'll be leaving to go to Los Angeles to. I've been in talks with a lot of people, and I'm really trying to take this blog to the next level. I've signed a book deal with HarperCollins, so there'll be a book out. And thank you. It'll be a photo book, but enough of that. Yeah. But yeah, and this is one of the first few photos that I did. It's of myself. So, and the caption reads, "Dear photograph, I looked good in a tux." So yeah, this whole experience has just been unreal. It's only been 3.5 months, as I said, May 24th this past year, and I've had so many people come forward to me, and it's just been great feedback from everybody. Even like this whole room. Part of the reason why I'm where I am and where I hope I'll be going is because of the people who are online, and because if I posted it and no one retweeted or sent it to anybody else, I really would not be here right now. So that's a big thank you to everybody. So thank you for that. what's happened is once someone got a hold of this, it just kept on going and going. First, Mashable picked it up about a week after, and I only had like 10 photos on the blog. I don't know why they did it so early, but they did it. I thank them for doing it. And then one morning, or one evening, I was out with my buddy, and I forgot to check my stats. And I was just running out to his truck because we were about to go out, and I was like, wait, I need to go check my analytics on the site. a typical nerdy thing to do, right? Give me a second, I need to go check my analytics. So I went in and I checked it, and I came back out, and he's like, oh, so what's your analytics like? I was like, I didn't even know it was where it was. It hit Reddit, and it got on the front page of Reddit, and it ended up getting 250,000 hits that day, which was insane. Yeah. So it's a nerdy thing to do. And after that, I had a chance to go to New York. ABC did a story on me, and I had the chance to meet Diane Sawyer, who did the piece on me. And the weirdest thing, I walk up and I'm about to go say hi to her. And I'm like, she cuts me off. She's like, Taylor. I'm like, what? Diane Sawyer knows me? So weird. And it just goes to show everything, like, that aired. And then a few weeks later, Time Magazine named me #7 website of 2011. And then, thank you. And then the next day, CBS took it a little bit further, and they took Time's top 50, and they made their top 5. And I got this mention from someone on Twitter saying, hey, check this video out. And I watched the video, and CBS named me #1 site of 2011. So that's crazy. Thank you. So I've just been so grateful for everything that's happened. And it just goes to show how such a simple idea can just evolve into something so huge. Because 4 months ago, I was still working at RIM, and and now I'm here, and I'm going out to LA, and I'm gonna get that entrepreneur spirit, and and I'm gonna try my hardest. And I can't thank everybody enough. It's been awesome. So again, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming. It's been an honor, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, Taylor. So all of you go home and have a look at the record tonight. See our local star going big.